Rise and Energize Her Morning Show is brought to you by Mogul TV Global Network, the #1 streaming TV network for positive programming in the Mid-Atlantic. To learn how you can energize your business and brand with media, visit www.themogulchannel.com.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Affirmative Action. Not the affirmative action associated with discrimination, but affirmative action where we are affirming the actions of those around us and those in the community, as well as affirming actions that you need to take to be successful, triumphant, happy, calm, peaceful, and to live a joyous life. So normally, you know that I would highlight an individual who is active or doing great things in the community. And today I woke up and I'm just going to do something a little different. Today, I just want to talk about being encouraged. Sometimes this could be a time reflecting on sorrow if you lost a loved one. It could be a time of pressure if you succumb to the capitalism that is associated with the holidays, even getting your home ready for your family, or just different things that could cause you to feel overwhelmed. We're also living in a time where every day something has happened, personally, globally, nationally. Every time you turn on the news is something that is not positive, something that is tragic. And so in these moments, I just want to encourage our viewers to do whatever you need to do to stay positive. Be careful what you watch and be careful what you take in around this season. Be careful what you're listening to, even other people's conversations. Lately, I've just been having so many different people contact me or come in and just feeling overwhelmed and succumbing to the woes of life. And so we have the power to keep our minds and our mindset crystal clear and clean. And that takes some actions, right? So we need to make sure that we're staying active, that we are doing our meditation or whatever method that you use to stay calm and collected. There are so many things on a day-to-day basis that we have to do, so many tasks that we have to complete, so many obligations. And I was just thinking this morning that sometimes we can become so mentally overwhelmed that it causes us to physically underperform. And that's when your mind is taking on so much, doing so much. Your thoughts are racing 1,000 thoughts per minute. And it can almost it can almost paralyze you into inaction, that you could be so overwhelmed mentally that you just don't feel like getting up, or you don't feel like getting a task done, or you don't feel like tackling that project simply because thinking about it and all the things on your plate causes you to get overwhelmed. So today I just want to encourage everyone, do not become or allow yourself to become so mentally overwhelmed that it causes you to physically underperform. So in this season, during this time, stay uplifted, stay encouraged. If you're feeling overwhelmed, write it down, get those notes out, go sit by some water, go meditate, go do whatever spiritual practice helps you to overcome. Go spend time with your family, with your children. Maybe you need a break from your family and your children, but whatever it is, just be encouraged. We are well beyond in the last quarter of this year. You may be feeling like there are certain goals, certain projects, certain things that you wanted to accomplish that you felt very enthusiastic about at the beginning of the year, and throughout the year, that fire, that motivation, that willpower has, lapsed in some areas. Well, guess what? We don't have many days left in the year, but we have over 30 days left in 2024. Whatever it is that you set out to do at the beginning of this year, even if you haven't started it, or you started and may have stopped, or you're in the thick of trying to just, finish an accomplishment, listen, go hard these next little over 30 plus days. Take time and value yourself enough that you put in the time, you put in the work to get started or to finish it. Or even if you're somewhere in between, get that energy back, get that tenacity back, get that endurance back to finish what you thought about or to finish what you may have even started. And so I just felt like getting up this morning and just giving complete words of encouragement. Like, yes, we're at the end of the year. Yes, we're in the holiday season. Yes, there's tragedy left and right, but stay encouraged. Whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're facing, do not give up. know that whatever it is, there's hope. There is coming out of it on the other side. And it may look dim and bleak. And you may be like, I don't know what she's talking about. I don't see any way out of whatever it is you may be facing. Or if you're feeling procrastination or lack of willpower, I just encourage everyone to get your mojo back these last 30 plus days of 2024. During this season, declutter your mind, declutter your house, declutter your space. Get rid of anything that is no longer serving your purpose or serving your higher good. So on affirmative actions, take those actions that help you these last 30 plus days to end this year strong and to end this year making some strides and accomplishments towards the thing that you were fired up about when January 1, 2024 hit. And so on today, throughout the rest of the month, throughout the rest of the holiday season, please stay encouraged. If you're feeling super overwhelmed, go talk to someone. There's nothing wrong with that. Talk to someone, get you some counseling, go vent, go do anything that is healthy to help you get through the rest of this year and even through the rest of life. So on this morning, happy holidays to everybody. Like I say, we're right in the thick of the holiday season. Be encouraged, stay encouraged, and encourage someone else. And every day that you get up, be thankful about something. Say out loud at least 5 to 10 things that you are thankful for. And it will help you see that you probably have more to be thankful about than you have to be upset or sad or overwhelmed about. But if anything on this morning, just remember, do not become so mentally overwhelmed that it causes you to physically underperform. I hope everyone has a nice day. Enjoy the rest of your week. Again, today is Wednesday. We have a few more days of the week to go. Finish the end of this week strong. Keep pressing forward. Keep enduring. And just make the end of the week great. Bye, guys. Enjoy your day. It's the middle of the week. We're almost to the weekend. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy.
Happy New Year. We made it to January 2025. It's a new year, but you know what? Welcome to Girl, Get Up and Wash Your Face, where instead of focusing on the pain, we're diving into the good news, the victories, the progress, and the hope that comes with healing. Today, as we're talking about a new year, I want you all to say it with me. New year, same you, but better. New year, same you, but better. Now I'm going to say it to yourself. New year, same me, but better. Because we're coming into this new year better. And this month, I want to talk to you all about letting go of those things of the past, those things that no longer serve you, and embracing a new start. We're going to embrace a new start together as we are approaching some new months. We're starting over. We get an opportunity to start over. So thank God for that, for being able to start over in the month of January 2025. And I want you all to remember that this channel, this podcast is all about striving to grow and to improve. So what better time to talk about that than in January, when you want to say new year, new me. But it's still us. We're still the same. But we're going to grow up. We're going to do some things differently. We're going to do some things better. And instead of focusing on a new you, I want you to renew your perspective. We're going to have a different perspective on life, a different perspective on our relationships, on our life goals, our jobs, our businesses, our finances. We have to change our mindset in the way that we see things, because the way we do one thing, we do all things. That's like my favorite saying. The way we do one thing, we do all things. And so one of the things that I put on my list, because I don't want this to even focus on resolution goals, we're going to get rid of those rigid resolutions.
but we're going to set better intentions. One thing I've done every year is put on my list, I'm going to stop being a procrastinator. I'm going to start showing up to things on time or being early. And every year I find myself still struggling with that resolution. And I realize I have to change my intention, getting deep to the root cause of why I have this issue. And then understanding my motivation factor of why I need to change what I've been struggling with. So let's focus on that procrastination. If you are one to procrastinate. So I have realized, or I've learned, that procrastination is actually a sign of anxiety. We procrastinate because of different reasons. It could be fear of failure, but it could also be fear of success. Some of us are scared to actually win in life and do better. But procrastination comes out of worrying about the end result, the end goal. In our mind, we think we are on time and we end up being late. So I don't know what rewiring we need to do inside of here, but we need to change. Change starts inside of the mind. So we have to come up with some action steps to begin to bring change to those areas of concern. And like I said, my area of concern is procrastination. What is your area of concern? Do you want to do better with your relationships? Do you want to find love in 2025? Do you want to walk in your healing where you are no longer allowing those triggers to control your life, those triggers from those old toxic behaviors, toxic relationships, childhood trauma? We have to really be intentional about writing down the things that we want to focus on and what we want to change in life. And so I want you to also to understand that you are going to have some setbacks. You are going to have some failures. Last month, I talked about imperfections, how we want to be perfect, but there's just no thing as perfection. And so we want to look at progress over perfection. For those of you who may be in the counseling field or you may be a coach, we know that we set these short-term goals over long-term goals because short-term goals are easier to meet before we focus on those long-term goals. But we still got to set up smart goals. We got to be specific about what we want. We got to measure how we're going to do it. It has to be an attainable goal. It has to be a realistic goal. And then we got to give ourselves a timetable. So this is a perfect opportunity. Those things that you want to focus on, not in 2025, but let's just focus on January, February, March, the first quarter of the year. So if I'm saying I'm going to start showing up to work on time, then I need to start waking up earlier. So Monday through Friday, I'm going to start setting my alarm clock 15 minutes earlier. Okay, something I can do that. You know, I'm used to waking up at 6:45, but I'm going to start waking up at 6:30 a.m. And then I can gradually increase or slowly increase that time where I'm eventually waking up 6 o'clock a.m., where my body is not going to feel heavily impacted from the change. So you don't want to set yourself up for failure. You don't want to set yourself up to get to that place where you just give up because you feel like you are never going to meet those goals. But you want to be able to just reflect on those wins. Even small steps lead to large results. Okay. So when you reflect on the wins, even if it might be small to you, remember you are reaching goals that you may not have reached last year. And so we also want to be able to focus on our lessons learned from last year. What changes do I want to bring into 2025? What's something that I was doing last year that, you know what, at the end of the year, I realized that's not good for me. It's not healthy for me. So I can't stand this belly bloat. So that means I need to change some of the things that I eat, but I won't drastically change my diet, but I might begin to cut out one or two things out of my daily, food intake just to meet those goals. But I'm not going to be too hard on myself. So just remember that you don't have to wait to be perfect to start. Start now with what you have and watch yourself grow. And so hopefully this is a word that you can take into the new year. You can share with your family members, your loved ones. And I just encourage you all to just stay strong and stay committed. So girl, get up and wash your face and thank God that he gave you another chance to rise, reclaim, and renew your strength. Take care, everyone.
So welcome to another episode of Healthy Chats. I'm your host, Carleeka Basnight-Menendez. Yes, all of that. And today we're talking about extra hugs and love. And you might be thinking like, what does that mean? So in this season, there's so many people grieving. In this season, so much is taking place around the nation, around the world, and even in our own homes and personal lives. So during this time, right, give some extra hugs and love to people that may not even typically be a hugger, or someone, even if it's not a hug, you may pat them or rub them on their shoulder or on their back, just letting them know that I'm here for you, I love you, I support you, I see you, I hear you, even when you're not speaking, because a lot is heard even when someone is silenced. Silence is powerful. So check on your people. Check on when God lays someone on your heart, reach out to them. I am notorious for sending a text, calling someone, DMing someone as they come across my mind, just to say, hey, how are you doing today? How are you doing right now? And more times than not, right, those strong friends that people deem as strong, and they could possibly be having a breakdown. They could possibly be having a hard moment or dealing with a transition. And just that message can uplift someone. Just those kind words. Can we put into practice more just giving kind words? Can we just be kind to one another? Not just because of the holiday season, but forever. Just sending a kind word. Go around in this moment, right? And give some more compliments. And you may be the person that's saying, I always compliment people. I always reach out to people. You may be the person that's saying, who's going to reach out to me? Look, you have support. And if I know you, or we want to get to know each other, I will reach out to you as well, just to see how you're doing. Trust me. I know how it feels to seem like you're the one always reaching out to people, always calling, always sending a message, always encouraging. But the truth is, none of us can pour from an empty cup. So understand that I'm being poured into as well, because I wouldn't be able to pour into so many people as I do every single day. So give some extra hugs and love during this season. Give some extra kind words and compliments, like today, tomorrow, next year, 2025, 2028, all of the things. And look, I know some of you are like, you don't know what they did to me. You don't know our relationship or the dynamics of our relationship. Can I encourage you just to take an opportunity to dig deeper? Can I encourage you to take an opportunity to forgive? Because the reality of it is, all of us have had to have someone forgive us. All of us have had to ask for forgiveness. All of us at some point hurt someone else. And it may not be to the dynamics of what you may feel someone did to you, but the principle is the same. Forgive. And we often hear, if forgiveness is not for you, it's for someone else. Life is too short. Like, It really is. Life is short and people are here and then they're gone. And you don't hear people saying, oh, I wish I could have did this one more time. They're like, I wish I could hear their voice one more time. I wish I would have spent more time with them. I wish I would have had an opportunity to make it right. So you have an opportunity right now to make it right. You have an opportunity to forgive. You have an opportunity to love and give some more hugs and love. You have an opportunity and you can do it. I believe in you. Believe in yourself. And when you start doing it, I rest assured, inflammation, headaches, body aches, different things in your body, sickness, all of these things, you're going to see a difference in your mental, your emotional, psychologically, even in your skin, your digestive system. Things are going to shift and change from the inside out. So take time. And if you're a person that's needing a hug and needing some more love in this season, in this transition in your life, open up your mouth and ask for it. Because sometimes people don't know. And we don't know what we don't know. But it's okay to show that vulnerable side. It's okay to say, look, I need a hug. It's okay to say, look, I need someone to talk to. It's okay. So from me to you, I love you. And here's my hug. All of the kisses, all of the things to you. Be blessed.